Have you ever watched Masha and the Bear and thought, why is this so chaotic and yet so comforting? On the surface, it's a simple kids' cartoon, a hyperactive little girl and a quiet, patient bear. But psychologically, this show is way smarter than it looks. Let's break it down. Masha represents pure, unfiltered childhood energy. She is impulsive, curious, loud, fearless, and emotionally honest. She doesn't plan. She doesn't think about consequences. She acts first and thinks later. From a psychology standpoint, Masha lives almost entirely in the that part of the brain driven by instinct, emotion, and desire. She wants attention, fun, stimulation, and connection, and she wants it right now. This perfectly mirrors real child development. Young children don't misbehave because they're bad. They misbehave because their self-regulation skills just aren't developed yet. Masha isn't trying to cause chaos. She's just exploring the world. And that's exactly why kids relate to her instantly. Now, contrast that with the bear. The bear is calm, quiet, structured, and incredibly patient. He represents emotional regulation, boundaries, and adult reasoning. Psychologically, the bear functions as the ego and superego. He understands consequences. He controls his impulses, and he often sacrifices his own comfort for the sake of responsibility. Notice how he rarely yells. He almost never panics. Even when everything is going completely wrong, he stays grounded. For children watching, the bear models what psychologists call secure attachment. He doesn't abandon Masha, he doesn't shame her, and he doesn't overreact. He corrects, he repairs, and he continues caring. That is incredibly powerful for a young audience, and here's where the real genius of the show lies. Every single episode follows a distinct psychological pattern. Masha creates chaos. The bear struggles to contain it, but by the end, the bear always restores order, and most importantly, the relationship survives. This teaches kids a core emotional lesson. Even when I mess up, I am still loved. That deep sense of safety helps children process their own big emotions, especially guilt, frustration, and overwhelming excitement. For adults watching, it hits a little differently. We see the bear and think, yep, that's parenting. Or, that's what emotional labor looks like. We relate to the bear's quiet struggle and endless patience in the face of absolute mayhem. There's another clever psychological trick the show uses: minimal language. The bear barely speaks at all. Instead, the story relies on facial expressions, body language, and impeccable timing. This makes the show universally understandable, transcending language barriers. It also mirrors how young children actually communicate with emotion first and words second. It's a huge reason why Masha and the Bear is a global phenomenon, working across countless cultures, languages, and age groups. At its core, Masha and the Bear is about balance. It's about freedom versus responsibility. It's about energy versus patience and chaos versus structure. Masha needs the bear to feel safe and grounded. conflict. And in a way, the bear needs Masha to stay emotionally alive and find joy in the unexpected. Psychologically, they complete each other. You're watching a surprisingly accurate and brilliant portrayal of human development, attachment, and emotional growth. It's chaos with a purpose. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite shows. See you in the next one.